Hey, hello creative minds. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn shape tween in Animate CC. First we'll understand what is shape tween, and after that with help of shape tween we will create a rotation cube. Yes, in Animate CC we'll create 3D feel of rotation cube. Before we dive into it, let me remind you, watch till end so you will get a very useful tip in the end of this tutorial. So without wasting time, let's jump into it.
As usual, let's go with full HD. So first let's understand what is shape animation or shape tween, and then with help of shape tween we'll create a 3D cube. So first let me show you the concept. So R for rectangle, it's a shape. F6, insert keyframe. Now let me animate this one till here. Right click, create shape tween. This is how it will work. Let me change this edge also. So this thing getting squeezed and this volume is increasing from this side. Now see the difference between shape tween and motion tween. We learned motion tween earlier. For classical tween, we required symbol. F8 to convert it into symbol. I'll go with graphic. OK, and over here, Shift F6. I change the placement. Create classical tween. So the upper one, layer 2, is a motion tween. The lower one is shape tween. Now these are two different tweens. One is, the bottom one is shape tween and the upper one is classical tween. So in classical tween we change the position, we apply rotation, that thing. If I want to change this shape, I can't. I can play with three things. One is position, second one is rotation, third one is scale. I can change these three values with classical tween. But if I want to play with shape like this is possible with shape tween. Does that mean I can't play with scale, rotation and position animation in shape tween? It's not completely no, but sometimes it's tricky, because for shape tween, nodes are very important. For graphic or classical tween, pivot point is important. For shape tween, nodes are important. Okay, how? Let me elaborate. So usually these are two different things. Shape tween is orange, classical tween is purple. Now let me turn off classical tween. Now understand the concept. Let me take a new layer. Rather, let me close this one also. Now this is open object shape. So we are learning shape tweening. So shape tweening works with shape only. Shape tweening is not work with graphic.
Now I am sure you understand the shape tween, how it works. Now let's work on rotation cube.
Let's create one rectangle. This time I will go with graphic. And inside this we are going to create our animation. Now F5 for add frames. I purposely took even number, so I am coming in center, adding one frame. Over here pressing Q, Control and Shift, squeezing this side down. Pressing Alt, and squeezing this side like this. Now over here we have to use onion skin and move this a bit over here. You have to match this edge and this edge. Let me scale this up a little bit so I can match height. Let me squeeze this up from this side. Make sure your edge, this edge has to be matched. This one. There should not be a gap. Left side of this square and right side of this shape, and we created a feel of perspective. Now I'm coming in the end, adding keyframe, Q, again Alt and Shift, pressing this down, pressing Alt, squeezing this one and moving this over here, touching over here. Again let's match the height. Just make sure there has to be little gap. Don't touch this edge to this edge. You have to take that precaution. Keep some distance. Otherwise, shape tween will get confused. Now selecting frames, right click, create shape tween. This is what we got. Now over here this thing is blinking. Let me deselect this one so it will look smooth. It's a pure shape tween. Now selecting this first keyframe, let me label it A. From here label, you can label it. Let me type B over here. So B will come over here, and let me select this keyframe. Let me go to the label, pressing C, or I can type anything and deselecting. So I can see ABC on timeline. Purpose of this feature is you can put on notes. If you are working in team and you want to assign something to your buddy, your colleague, or you want to leave some message, please correct this thing from this part to this part, or you are on senior position and you are giving correction. So this is one way that you put message over here, something like that. Okay, so this feature will help you. Okay, moving ahead. Now I am taking new layer. Now pay your attention. This is one important step. Now what I am doing, A to B, I am selecting A to B with help of Alt. I am keeping this in center. 20 is our center point. Over here one frame is missing because we have not started with 0, we have started with 1. Okay, so let me keep this till 40. So 20 to 40. 20 is the center point. So over here B is visible. So A is on top. Again taking new layer, and from B to C, let me put this like this, and this time again let me bring this C in the center on 20th frame. So let me put over here. Now these frames, so this drawing is visible on these frames. We don't want this drawing have to remain till here. So I'm adding one blank frame. So I'm borrowing one frame from here and I'm just dragging and dropping over here. So there will be blank keyframe. So this drawing got deleted on this keyframe. Let me play it in loop. This is loop tool. So let me drag the arrows. So this range I set, and this is what we got. Illusion of 3D cube. Now every time, as I said, your task has to be aesthetical good. Now this looks flat. Okay, let's add some dimensions. Okay, so what I will do, let me close all these layers. Let me come to our original one over here. I am considering light source from right side, right top. So over here we have one tool which is called gradient. So I'm going to use that one. So for this, your aesthetic sense has to be good. Radial gradient. Let me select this one and let me select radial gradient. Over here, this one, this has to be blue, this blue, and let's make it light blue. Now I have to move this gradient over here. Perfect. Now I am coming in the end. I am working on layer 1. Now this object, this shape, let's make it light blue. So it's a brighter one. Now let's check. So it's coming like this and going like this. Now one important thing. If you feel there is a problem, there is a change, or edges are not matching, or I have added colors, okay, no need to work on this one. Straight away delete this thing. Don't waste your time to fix these things because it's a copy of this one. So simply delete that and again do the same process. Otherwise what will happen, it's very difficult to fix those things, okay. So instead of that, wasting time in that, straight away duplicate it and use it. That is the easiest way. So it's a cross thing I am doing, borrowing few things from right side, putting on left side. This is our center point. From left side, putting this sequence on right. It's that simple. Now let's see. So it's a nice 3D cube which is rotating. So very simple but effective tool. I use shape tween and I use color gradient. That's it. Now looks fine. Let's make it more interesting. So over here we are in symbol. Let me place it in the center and I'm duplicating this one, sending it right at the bottom, Q, scaling little bit down and squeezing like this, and little rotation and keeping this one. And let me select this and let me apply tint, and this time let me go with gray, light gray. Little lighter gray will work. So yeah, this one will work. So let me extend this one till here. See this. So it's a shadow. So this box is floating in the air and the shadow is there. Let's make it more interesting. Control A, Shift D, distribute to layer. And now what is happening, let me put keyframe over here. This has to be loop. Let me put a keyframe over here. Let me go little up. Again same thing, keyframe over here. First frame and last frame has to be same, and this time shadow has to be small. Now I'm going to press Ctrl Alt S, scale and rotation box, and this time let me scale this down 85. Again right click, create classical tween. This box is floating up and shadow is getting small. Let me make it little intense. Let me increase the let me move this position and let me scale this down more and little towards on left like this. So this one is very easy but effective one. We worked with shape tween. This is what we did.
I believe this tutorial helped you to understand what is shape tween and how we use effectively shape tween for animation. Now, here is a tip for a day. Before you start your project, plan your pipeline. You have to decide which software you are using for which task. So according to that, you can plan your time, you can hire a team, and also you will get an idea about estimate. So plan your technical pipeline as well before you start the project. Another thing, if you have not subscribed yet to this channel, subscribe right now. Also on our website we kept a lot of useful stuff which will definitely help you in your career. Stay connected and happy learning.